The Steelers acquire Mike Williams. They give the Jets a 2025 fifth-round pick. Lawrence, Mike Williams has been irrelevant in fantasy this year, largely because a slow return from the torn ACL, now Devontae Adams in New York, Allen Lazard, Garrett Wilson. Can he find himself back in fantasy relevance with the Steelers offense?
Did you say fifth-round pick, you say?
Fifth-round pick.
Ooh, man, never mind.
He's also, by the way, had success in the NFL, Mike Williams.
Yes,
Exactly.
Another one to the board.
Yeah, well, I'll say
couldn't
this.
fit him.
I think he got a better chance with this team. You know, you got Russell Wilson in there now. He's got a better chance in Pittsburgh than he ever had with the Jets, because even before Devontae Adams, there was Allen Lazard there blocking him. So you had Allen Lazard, Garrett Wilson, and then you got Breece Hall coming in for some targets. So at least here in Pittsburgh, he's got a shot. Russ is throwing the ball up and away. And that's what we've known Mike Williams to be, and that's what his value's been in fantasy. So I'll say this, he's got a better shot in Pittsburgh. Ain't nothing you excited about, but he's got a better chance here than he did for the Jets.
24 hours ago, he had no fantasy value.
Yeah.
Now he potentially has a path to it. He had no path to, fantasy value on the Jets other than injuries to like 3 or 4 guys ahead of him. Now he goes to a situation in Pittsburgh where you've got a quarterback in Russell Wilson who's top 10 in the NFL in average depth of target, not scared to throw it up there, throw it deep. Mike Williams is a good, high ball, go up and grab it, contested catch guy, wins 50-50 balls. And there's only one wide receiver, George Pickens, on this team that has more than 25 targets. So it does want to be a run-heavy team, but they're going to throw more under Russell Wilson than they would with Justin Fields. And giving another weapon to that passing attack, I felt like this is more of a better NFL trade than it is fantasy trade. Definitely. Because it just improves the Steelers' offense. It's a big red zone threat for Russ, and it's just another person that teams have to deal with defensively. Whereas before you were just sort of like, okay, you got Pickens, you got Calvin Austin. It is weird though. Could you see? This is going to sound like an insane question, but when I just think about Calvin Austin, super fast, George Pickens, super fast. Could you see them trying to use Mike Williams as a big slot guy here in the sense? You know what I mean? Because it's like they have field stretchers already. It's weird. What Mike Williams does well doesn't feel like that's a need for the Steelers.
I felt a little redundant.
Yeah.
And Mike Williams' problem is this year, since he's come back from the ACL, he's just not moving well. Yeah. And that's not shocking, right? He's coming off a torn ACL, but a guy that was never that fast to begin with. He's more of a jump ball player. It does feel. I'd be surprised. Are they going to manufacture targets to Mike Williams? I don't think so.
Right.
I think he's just another Russ moonball merchant, or that's what you're hoping for.
Yeah.
I like the phrase moonball merchant.
It's like he's the wide receiver too that they feel like they've needed because they haven't had it consistently.
Yeah. He's not Van Jefferson, right? That's almost what this comes down to.
Yeah, exactly right. And so I think it's slight uptick in Russell Wilson's fantasy value, but Mike Williams shouldn't be picked up in any league that he's already not rostered in. Right, he's already been rostered, I think, in most super deep leagues, and in a league that isn't super deep, I don't know that Mike Williams has any standalone fantasy value where I'm chasing him.
I just picked him up in the league of assholes. So
right,
there you go. So times may be tough.
I mean, times
have been tough.
Oh, dude, tell me you're down bad without telling me you're down bad.
And I'm 5-4. Finally got over the 500 hump. I played Connor this week. It's a big game.
It is a 5-4 matchup.
Mike Williams is going to get me over the hump.
Almost our entire league is 5-4 or 4-5.
It's all
down to points.
Tight this year.
Really bunched up.
It's
really bunched up. Yeah. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.